Hi everyone, it's Tuesday night and I'm here at home and I have just completed going through all of your welcome letters that were in the course as of today. I've given you some suggestions, so if you take a look at those suggestions and decide whether you want to put them in or not. A couple of things I did notice is you need to have a perspective for your letter and decide whether you're going to send it out in advance via email, which I highly recommend, or if your letter is going to exist inside your course shell when students enter. And you can repurpose the letter you send out in email and put that letter inside of your class and use it that way too, and it's probably a good idea. But make sure you're not referring to buttons that they need to use as on the left or the right. You might just want to say when you get into the class you'll find the startup area and go to that first and read the course guide or syllabus or whatever you want to say. But make sure that the perspective of the letter matches the purpose of the letter. The other thing you want to do is to be sure that you sign it with your name. Some of you forgot that too. And it is a letter to your student, so please sign it with your name, and that makes a really nice connection between you and your students. In the week ahead, we're going to be um, creating an outline for your course that will map then to the activities of your course later on. It's a very important exercise. Please be really thoughtful about how you do it. The outline is not your outline of record, it's your outline of the way that you teach your course. So the way you want to do it is to figure out what units you're going to be offering and what they're going to cover and in what order, and make sure that you have that lined out the way you want to do a class. Building a course is not an easy thing to do. It takes some time. It actually takes you about 3 semesters once you've built it to get it the way that you want it. The first semester you're going, oh my God, what did I do? How did I get into this? And a little bit later you start to run more smoothly, but having that outline is important. You don't want to build your course as you go. You want to know in advance what it is you're going to cover in what order, and so that's an important thing to get done this week. As we go forward, we have a week off for Thanksgiving, so deadlines are real squishy at this point. I don't mind if you don't get things done into, the Thanksgiving week is fine. The things that are a problem when you go too long is you don't get a lot of feedback from your colleagues because you're not really moving through the course together anymore. So be kind of careful about that. Try to do as much as you can this week so you don't have a lot over the holiday and a lot to catch up on, but also so you get that kind of feedback. You're going to be creating policies as well in the week to come. And I'd like you to please go to my blog, if you go to the blog list on the side of the course, and go to my blog and read what I have to say about late work, because time is really different in an online class, and that's one of those policies that you may not realize needs to change when you get into teaching online. So there are some suggestions there and some information to read to make you think a little bit. And so I highly recommend that you go and do that. That's optional, but I would recommend that you do it. Okay. Beyond that, I think you're good to go. Things are working out pretty well. There's a wide variety of classes with stuff that we're going to be looking at, and find a partner if you're teaching the same thing with someone else in the class. Connect with them so that you don't have to do as much work. You can share the resources that you find. Have a great week, and you'll hear from me at the end of the week before we go into the Thanksgiving week. Okay, talk to you soon.